Hi everybody, Joe McNeil here from MHPM Project Managers. Today I'm going to try and replicate the expected noise that we are going to have while we do some tunneling work under the LRT station. So what we're doing here is we're setting up some equipment just so we can see our current noise levels. I'm going to zoom in on this here. Zoom out, sorry. Okay, I think that's good. So if you can't see the meter clearly in the distance here, what we're looking at is we've got a sound meter that's kind of indicating what the static noise is in the room, and you can see it move with my voice. So we're sitting at about 45 decibels without me talking. So a couple things I'm going to do here. We're just going to set this amp here to something that's a little different here. We're going to try and get as close to the noise expected from the pipe ramming that's going to take place. So the expected equipment is going to have a hammering noise about 180 beats per minute. So I've replicated this with a synthetic drum kit, and we're going to show you what that sounds like. So this particular phasing of the amp is something that it's not quite exactly what the sound's going to sound like. So I'm going to adjust it to something that's going to be a bit more suitable. Which is probably this. Has a little bit of a tinny sound, and that's the steel casing that will be impacted. Turn this meter back on. So at this level, what we're looking at is about 52 dB. And so this would probably be considered too noisy for a working environment. If somebody across the street was listening to this, they'd be quite annoyed. But you can sort of tell with my voice and the background noise, just to sort of give you an indication of what that might sound like. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to crank it up very briefly here, and so I don't end up hurting my ears here, but just so you can see, if you're standing beside the equipment actually runs at about 115 dB right at the point of impact. So it's dangerously noisy, and the proper ear protection has to be worn. But as you start moving away from that, the noise is dampened and it's displaced by some of the soft surfaces that are around. And our team is going to be putting together some blanketing that's going to, sound blanketing, that's going to help absorb that and dissipate it closer to the source. So here I go, turning it up. This is at a 60 dB level, and again, something that you wouldn't want to have when you're trying to communicate in a boardroom or something like that. This kind of noise was transferring through the glazing at the municipal building as an example. It would be unacceptable. So that just kind of gives you an example of what would be acceptable or not acceptable. So static dB at 45, and with this meter anyways, and moving up to 60, absolutely unacceptable. So we're going to be doing our best to try and minimize that noise, but I will briefly crank it up just for a very short second here. That's exceeding the 150. So it peaked out at 115. Sorry, that peaked out there at 120. So so that would be if you're standing next to the machine. So I hope this is helpful, and thanks very much.